free of Shah. I hope I can say the same of myself soon enough.
The Absolute's armies are on the march, and Baldur's Gate is their target.
The curse has been lifted, the land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence. one sleep away.
I'll take that.
I was concerned when I saw Shadowheart creeping about with a blade in the dead of night, but it was just to cut her hair, it seems. It suits her.
Shadowheart walks a little freer of the shadows. She could shave her skull and paint it purple. It would still suit her. One final night in the open air, and then back to the city. Rest while you can.
Love Shadowheart's new look. Softer, less severe. It suits her.
Something is different about Shadowheart. New facial creases, perhaps. A fresh battle scar I hadn't noticed. Bah, it eludes me. The egg is gone. A fragile thing. Easily lost, easily broken. But inside it, I glimpsed a speck of my people's future. A future I will fight for, and one I would die for.
Shadowheart looks different. A change of diet, perhaps?
Something is different.
Be honest. What do you think of the new look? Well, I'm glad someone does. Perhaps I'll get used to it. I have a lot to get used to right now. Of course. Not sure what to feel. My parents are alive, and I need to save them. I'm lucky to have you by my side. I don't think I could face what's to come otherwise. Fine. What's on your mind? No notes. You've exceeded my every expectation. Considering all we've been through, I think I was very lucky to find such favorable company. And attractive company too, no less. There's no time to waste.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Love Shadowheart's new look. Softer, less severe. It suits her.
I'm listening.
Good. I was just starting to miss the sound of your voice. Fine. What's on your mind? Of course. Not sure what to feel. My parents are... Good. Of course. Well, don't stand in ceremony. Come here.
God, Shadowheart looks like a stack of gold. Never thought I could get so excited about someone's forehead, but here we are. He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city.
One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just... it felt like a good fit.
I kept him safe and he paid me well. Well enough to move into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future.
I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. And we are no closer to knowing why that bastard is so obsessed with getting me back. I think we should track down my fellow spawn. I'm not exactly looking forward to a reunion, but perhaps they'll know something. If we can find them, we can force them to tell us what he's been doing since I was gone. And honestly, I imagine they'll be coming for me in the night if I don't. Unless Cazador has changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. We have a new look for a new Shadow Heart. Nice as it is, she still doesn't have the best hair in the camp. Well, hello. I would, but you have so many. Excellent. Now that that's settled, lead on. Careful, I bite.
Looking ahead.
There's no more radiant sight than that of someone who's learned to love themselves anew. Shadowed in name, but no longer in spirit. It suits her.
You wish to consult me? There's no space for me. Farewell.
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gather. The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination. March. Join.
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Seems like the best way.
Tadpole scum! Attack! Die, you lifted harborer!
How about this?
Let's end this. Come quickly! I can't do this without you.
That thing's not going to hold together much longer.
I'm under attack.
With haste.
friend again. You will be cleansed.
Ready and willing.
Someone there?
Blood comes easy these days.
There's blood in the air.
What fools these mortals be.
What should I do?
It's not over. Come to the skull. Hurry! I can't hold them back alone. It's not over. Come to the skull.
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger. The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. The Honor God. Eliminate them. My forces are weakened by their assault, but with your help, we can turn this around. Destroy the Guard. I will subdue their master. Together, we can turn the tide. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
Of all the things to be indebted to, a bloody mind flayer.
If I'd known you would be so open-minded, I would have saved myself a lot of effort. But I'm glad you're not here to judge. It's like I said before, I'm just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the astral prison. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus, and find allies in the outer world. You. Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him. And in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion. A pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a illithid. A sworn enemy, just like me. I'm glad you think so. I agree. But there is one thing that you have that I do not. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. Yours continues to limit you. As an illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not? I understand. Let us hope then that your present self will be sufficient to deal with 3 gods of death and a giant magically enhanced Elder Brain. But in case you change your mind... look after it. Use it when you're ready to evolve. You or your allies. It has vitality enough for you all. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain, and bring it under our control.
What am I to do?
Still breathing, despite everything.
The orb hums with cerebral magic, permeable, impenetrable. Your parasite communes with Lae'zel's. Her heart races as she learns of the events inside the astral prism.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Yes. Our current queen has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle, or so the Varshes teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant Illithid. Should Orpheus go free, He would tear Vlakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. We meet Voss in the city, and we obtain the key to freeing Orpheus from his prison. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Geich slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something?
So your confidant was a mind flayer all along. Disquieting, to say the least.
So your mysterious artifact, tamer of parasites, is only another parasite itself. How do you feel? Knowing the cost of keeping your transformation at bay. I suppose there is something to that. Illithids are monstrous creatures. But in the end, they are only that. Creatures. And if it can, a parasite will keep its host fat, happy, and safe. Until it is finished feeding, at least. Am I comforting you? I am not comforting myself. Use the Emperor as it would use you. Or discard it. My days of doubting you are done.
A mind flayer's been getting their tentacles all over our dreams this whole time. I'm really not sure about putting any trust at all in this thing. It's already shown itself a liar. I've got my eyes on the Emperor, and Karlach doesn't blink.
You wish to consult me? We will need every advantage to survive the battles that are to come. And my illithid parasite has already shown its worth. If this superior tadpole is capable of unlocking my mind's full potential, it is a tempting proposition. I am surprised you have not drawn on its power yourself. I will be unstoppable.
Whew. Quite the rug pull, eh? A mind flayer manipulating us this whole time. Such creatures are not to be trusted as a general rule, though this one does appear to have had a significant hand in our survival up to this point. At best, an ally whose motivations remain shrouded in deceit. We should be wary of what such an alliance may cost us. I can only imagine what I could do were I to adopt the biology of a mind flayer. You've not taken this power for yourself, so I can only wonder why offer it to me?
So, we owe our lack of tentacles to one of the very creatures that kidnapped us. And now it's offering us power if we're willing to evolve. We both know what it is capable of, but I'm not touching it. I remember how it hurt when I turned into a vampire. My body writhed and warped while I was utterly helpless. The grip of death owned my heart as it beat its last. I don't want to turn into anything else. I can't do that again. I can't watch my body be taken over. If we master the tadpoles, it will be different. But right now, that mastery depends on an Elithid and its Githyanki slave. I'm not going to submit to this. Don't ask me again.
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's...
What's on your mind? Special tadpole? Bit of a contradiction in terms, don't you think? I don't even want a regular one. You're talking about turning into what? A half squid? Not surprised you haven't tried it yourself yet.
Thank the gods.
We've had a mind flare whispering to us in our dreams all this time. I really shouldn't be surprised by anything at this stage. Still, it seems keen to be an ally in its own way. Compared to what we're up against, I'm not sure that's a bad thing. More likely it would just put a stop to us. I wanted nothing to do with those Elithid powers before. What makes you think I'd want to jump into an even deeper hole? You know what that offer truly entails, don't you? Become half a mind flayer, lose half of yourself. I don't want that.
By Baldur and bones, this is a lot to take in. Let's see if I've got this right. 1, we've been carrying a mind flayer around with us this whole time. 2, It's been appearing as someone else in our dreams, cajoling us to embrace our new illithid talents. 3. The Mind Flayer's been siphoning a Githyanki prisoner's powers to shield us from the Absolute's voice. Did I miss anything? How could I forget? One of Baldur's Gate's most distinguished figures, a Mind Flayer's ally. Sensational tales, aren't they? Almost unbelievable. With a narrator so unreliable, how do we tell fact from fiction? I can't pretend I have the answer, but I know the Illithid's right about one thing. It holds our fates in its talons. Until the Absolute falls, there's no getting rid of it. No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst. And Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither. More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to. I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious, but once you take an Illithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you. All right, what else is on your mind?
I'm listening. It also promises to break us beyond repair. This ossified parasite does not make us more, but less. There will be ice where once there was fire. There will be a void where our souls once resided. I know, and I won't.
Oakfather preserve you.
Well?
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
My former peers will be watching, no doubt. Waiting for my return. We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
That'll fit in my pack.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. She was sick. She had spots on her face and hands. She went to go get some herbs, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though. Wow. Thanks. My mum would like this. She's the best cook in the world. And she taught me too. I'll look for her. I think she'll probably come soon. Thanks a lot.
But you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
You have everything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle. Do you get out of this?
Never allowed sweet things right before bed.
Sometimes we'll make an exception. We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
For my return. We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. She was sick. That was last 10 day, though.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Everything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
They'll be watching, no doubt. Waiting for my return. We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
Let's get going.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. Yenna! And my cat is Grub. He's shy. I'm not. My mum is called Emery. She went to go get some herbs for her spots. She was sick, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though. That means you don't come back. My mum is coming back, though. She's looking for me. If you see her, tell her Yenna's looking for her. It's really scary when you're alone without your mum.
Enough to clean Crimson's pen. What do you get out of this?
Excuse me. Yenna, my mum is called... That was last 10 day, though. Guards blow like petards. They don't help us. Wow. Thanks a lot.
As you stop sulking and start walking right now.
Business. Cheap and cheerful. Refugees for hire. Catchy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Mate, there is so much wrong with that name.
Nearly there now. You see the city?
Whatever comes,
on the hill.
I'm ready.
Excellent choice. Keep a blade close.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. Think about it.
Can't give up now.
No coin and nothing to do. You're going to hire all the refugees.
I know.
Just like that.
But you'll be in a big...
Cleaning, cooking, facilities are endless. Anything you want for supper.
What do you
All the
get out of
treats
it?
your tummy can handle.
Nowhere else to go, you heartless sod.
That's not my problem now, is it?
That's curious.
Wonder what's past this. Be wary. This place
Someone's
is
left a
trapped.
trap out for us.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
I'm sure this toy will be finished soon, if they bear with it.
Be wary. This place is trapped. Be wary. This place is trapped.
Best avoid that trap.
Step carefully. There's a trap. Step carefully. There's a trap. Step carefully. There's a trap.
perks about. Worm's Crossing, the welcome mat of Baldur's Gate. This is it. I'm almost home. I won't lie. The thought hardly fills me with glee. Even with my newfound advantages, he's still an incredibly powerful vampire. But he's arrogant too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike. Neither will I, darling. At least I hope you'll come along for the show. But regardless, the plan is simple. Find him, stop him from gaining almighty power, and then really enjoy killing him.
Worm's Crossing. We could be inside the city walls before long. And I could be back where this all started. I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go. Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees. I'd look wherever they're gathering.
Civilization beckons at last. It's no Waterdeep, but Baldur's Gate is a respectable runner-up. Or at least a close third. I can only imagine what I could do were I to adopt the biology of a mind flayer. You've not taken this power for yourself, so I can only wonder.
A young cave bear, killed and stuffed before its teeth were fully grown.
This place is trapped. Looks as though the High Learner's up to no good. I only hope no one gets hurt. Don't mind if I do.
A long way to go still.
What now?
We're a long way from Waterdeep.
I've got a long road ahead.
We're on the same side last time I checked.
Look, I really need you all to leave right
There is
this
so much
instant.
wrong with that name.
Nowhere else to go. The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these spotters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, but that does rather sound like a threat. Are you threatening me? Zenobia, why are you just standing there? Do what I'm paying you for!
You paid us to protect you and your high-quality merchandise on the road. And we've since arrived at our destination. As I said, anything else is extra.
Ugh. This is the last time I hire someone from the guild. Fine. Here's the extra. Finish the job. Now, please show this meddler some of that famous Rivington hospitality.
I should arrest you all for gross negligence. The island!
Not now.
Step quick.
Got to concentrate. On my way.
Fall by my hand.
Swiftly now.
Hungry for the slaughter.
Got to focus. No mercy.
Another day, another fight.
Checkmate.
Can you feel death's cold grip?
Nearly there now.
About it. All right. You won. You won. What more do you want from me? Sinister? Nonsense! Those are experimental toys, guaranteed to bring a smile to the face of even the unhappiest child. They're extremely precious, and you shouldn't be poking around in my workshop and tampering with them. Keep it together, Arthur. There's no evidence that links this back to you. And you definitely locked the basement before you left. What? No, wait!
Nothing to do.
Instant! The place was empty.
If you want us to get our hands dirty.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property. I can't let them stay here. What if the little brat gets into the basement? I have... Are you threatening Zenobia?
You? As I said.
Now, please show...
Quickly.
Creator. Destroyer. Step to it.
I'm ready. On I go.
Battle of wits.
My faith will protect me. Got to move.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Break them.
One can't always be a gentleman.
Need to act fast. Fall, damn you.
Try me. Can't slow down.
Death is but a word away.
Let's finish this.
All right. You won. You won. What more do you want from me? They're extremely precious. And you shouldn't be poking around in my workshop. And really? There's no this? And nothing to get to the bottom of.
Anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can...
You again. Did you need something? Well, with Zenobia and the others gone, I don't suppose you'll take no for an answer. All right, they can stay. Are you happy now? Now I have to figure out what I'm going to do. A room can wait. After what you've put me through, I need a drink.
Cheerful. Refugees for hire. That's right. Mate, there is so much wrong with that name.
Make an exception. As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
Never travels. Think about it. They're stuck here with no coin and nothing to do. You're going to hire all the refugees.
You see the city?
Just like that.
Up on the hill.
That's why we need to walk. What do you get out of this? One foot in front of the other.
At least we'll have some peace now.
Peace? What peace? Heartless scum. I'm a reasonable woman. We could easily work something out in a house this big.
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you. We're much more interested in the beds and the pantry. That'll make sure Cinta knows the basement's off limits. Thank the gods.
Now we don't have to leave. I'm gonna build a big house for all the rats. It's gonna be really fancy. You'll see.
What in the hells was that?
Whatever it is doesn't bode well.
Can't keep me out.
We'll get through this.
Stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
At least we'll have some peace now.
Haven't you heard there's an army marching towards the city?
Better to do without walls than without Martha. At least here we're solid. I was sure.
How many red caps are in there?
I'm not asked for much. Just a little investment to get me started.
One foot in front of the other.
You've been saying that for days.
What are you calling this serious business?
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
You have everything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
Turn back, citizen. No passage in this direction. It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. Piles of dead absolutists, and a few of our own as well. The cultists assaulted the gate, armed to the teeth trying to break in. They nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened. A little more than that. You'll see for yourself soon enough if you head to the city.
I'm ready, whatever it takes.
What to do?
Keep your hands to yourself.
Anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
I'm never allowed sweet things right before bed.
We told our son that this is a holiday to spare him the truth. We don't have homes to go back to.
Welcome to Rivington. South, Coast Way. North, Worms Crossing.
This up there and...
Queen Vlakith. Skra!
You are a Sherlock, and still you speak my name.
I've seen the captive Orpheus with my own eyes. Spoken to Gestil Kithrak Voss. You lied to us. Enslaved us.
The betrayer Voss lies! I have only a moment, and you, Hasharlak, will listen. We are Githyanki. We move mountains. We snuff out stars. We shake the plains. The traitor Voss has lied to you. The heretic prince would shatter us in an instant. The great dominion shrunk to the head of a pin.
Can this be true? Is the Githyanki prince really a threat to his own people? Or simply a challenge to Vlakith's rule?
Return to the astral prism. Slay Orpheus the Pretender. Serve me, and I will ascend you. You will be no mere warrior, nor Kithrak. You will be Barta Vlakith, commander of dragons. My only, my chosen. A final chance. Kneel before me. Make your promise.
Lae'zel's thoughts become yours. The sight of Orpheus looms over her mind. Voss's words echo within it. She means to forever turn her back on Vlakith.
I gave you my faith, and you called me traitor. I gave you my life, and you ordered your knights to hunt me. I have witnessed too much, and you have given me too little. Finally, I can see. Orpheus will live, and I will hear his creed. This is my word.
Your word is nothing! You are nothing! The Kithraki will bring you. I will tear your flesh from your bones and devour your skull's marrow while you beg for death. I will consume you. I will unmake you.
soldier. My engine. It hurts. I think this might be it. Soon. Things burning hotter than I knew it could. But look, we've just about made it to the city. That'll do me. Let's go protect it. Whatever happens after that is between me and the so-called gods. With this heat going, I can't spare the energy to think. I just want to enjoy whatever's left of this life of mine. Anyway, it could be worse. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, with who I'm meant to be with. How many people can say that?
We just played host to an undying queen. Oh, and that's without our fine silverware. Lae'zel has courage turning her back on a lifetime's belief. As for us, best we stay out of interplanar politics, I think. Orpheus is on his own. But should great Vlaakith come to settle a score with Lae'zel, well, I might be convinced to kill her. Undying or not, she was very loud. You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles. Haha! A kind way of saying, "Ye gods, I hope her dusty bones don't break at the first blow." Fear not for me. I will try my very best to keep up.
So, Lae'zel's finally seen the light and turned on her mistress. It took a little time, but she got there. Though it's not over yet. Masters rarely let their slaves go without a fight.
So, it seems that Vlaakith is Lae'zel's queen no longer. That took no small amount of backbone. I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well. And Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves.
It is done. There is no going back. As long as the Undying Queen reigns, I am never to soar unbound over the astral sea, never to cross the one in the void. As it should be. Better a short life built on truth than immortality woven of lies. Better to unite the Githyanki under a prince who would free their minds and honor their bodies. So why do I feel so bitter?
Loss. It permeates every corner of Lae'zel's mind. Everything she knew to be true, every plan and aspiration she ever held has been painfully ripped away. Lae'zel's bitterness is born of sadness. She is mourning the loss of the person she once was, and can never be again.
then the feeling will fade like Vlakith's craven projection. I am her child no more. I have been born anew in Gith's son, my savior. And so from the old battle cries is birthed another. Shma Salar Orpheus, ma Stilna Forgin in Yeri. Orpheus's will above all. May the comet blaze my path forward. We find Voss at Sharess's caress and retrieve the key to releasing the prince. Orpheus Tufki Nazin. Vlakith's left hand and her right. Commander of all dragons, chosen of the Queen Regent. Not since Vlakith I has a Bart to Vlakith been anointed. Another empty promise. Only a naive fool would believe otherwise. The kind of fool I was not so long ago. An unhatched Githyanki egg should be the burden of a Vash, not a warrior, whether ascended or otherwise. And yet, I'm drawn to the warmth of it. The child of Gith grows within. Keep it close. Perhaps in our care, it might yet hatch. And don't you dare pass it to that lunatic woman prowling the mountain pass. The egg grows ever warmer, the hum of life within it louder. It may yet hatch, though not soon by my estimation. In its heat lives stimulation, and in its throbbing, exhilaration. An effigy of Githyanki future, incubated inside a fragile shell. Only if you want me to roast you over a campfire, using my blade as a spit. But it is true that I feel some manner of responsibility for this unhatched whelp. After we free Orpheus, we can revisit the matter. If the egg hatches beforehand, well, we will shield it from the Lich Queen's zealots. Whatever may come, I will not let Vlakith poison the fledgling with lies. A camp once visited by a scheming devil is no safe haven for the unhatched. It has afforded us as much disquiet as it has rest. Leave the egg with me. There's no need for further discussion.
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? You were really nice to me before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
What harm? She's little, won't take up much space, or make much of a dent in our provisions.
I can cook really good. Whatever you want. Thank you, thank you.
Need something?
I can still feel the Shadowfell all over me. Still hear her words in my ear. I feel unclean. I hope that's true, but I'm not so sure. She has a far reach and a long memory. I have an idea. Something I've wanted to do for a while. Something that might help me put her in the past. but I'll need your help. Wait until the others are asleep, then come with me. There's a place we can go, down the coast a little.
Glad to see I'm not the only one on the wrong side of an omnipotent authority figure. Lae'zel did well to break free of Vlaakith's manipulations, though I doubt Vlaakith will let such insubordination go unpunished.
If our traveling companions continue to make poor choices, we will soon have every god in this plane and the next hunting us. Lae'zel risks everything with her childish rebellion.
Yes. I only know it through history books and hearsay. A city of murder and grief. I expect it will live up to its legend.
Keeping very well, I hope? Look after my angel, of course. She's been through more than I can bear to think about. 100 years in the Shadowfell. 100 years being murdered by Sharans over and over. It fills me with a rage I can hardly contain. She's a formidable woman, my Aelin. But no one could escape such horrors unscathed. She's in my hands now, and I intend to help her through whatever's to come. We'll both of us stand by you when the time comes to put down the horror that threatens this city. We are your allies for life.